What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Today we have Clash and Ambush Kaido, both debuting today, and it's a relatively difficult raid, I would think, and I think a lot of people are going to struggle with it, especially if you missed out on content that debuted last month, such as Colosseum Inuarashi, and having some characters like Snake Man, Douglas Bullet. There's a lot of good characters that are good for this, but like basically the best strength characters you can think of, they're probably going to be good in this fight. And of course, we're going to break down all the information regarding the fight, rather like the clash and the ambush and all that kind of thing. I've got 3 different teams for you guys in this video that are able to clear both of the ambush and the raid, because the thing about it is, if we go over to the event island really quick, there is a condition for this fight. The condition is if we go over to the event, you see that there are there's an 11-star and then there's a 10-star difficulty. The only difference is that there is a requirement on the 11-star difficulty that you need strength and quick characters only, and the fact is you can only clash against the ambush event if you beat the 11-star difficulty, and you need to get those limit break crystals and the super evolution skulls for this character, because he does super evolve, as I just said. So the normal version you get is the Int Kaido. His Int powerhouse driven with a captain effect of a 3x Int boosting attack, 1.25 HP, and then -2 cooldown at the start of the quest. For a free-to-play captain, it's actually not terrible. And then his special ability is also pretty good. So it reduces all enemies' HP depending on how many enemies are on the field. So if there's less enemies, you get less of an HP cut. If there's more enemies, you'll get more of an HP cut. Pretty awesome effect, actually. And then changes his own slot and then adjacent slots into matching. And then for 2 turns, Int characters will get a 2.25 times attack boost after the 12th combo hit. It's a very good special, kind of reminiscent of Ambush Linlin in a little bit, but the fact is Ambush Linlin's better because she has the inbuilt utility with her special, whereas Kaido's just health cutting, and plus Kaido's attack boost only lasts for 2 turns. So he's not as good as Ambush Linlin, but still a pretty decent character that you should go ahead and max out. Talking about his super evolved form though, he goes from Int into Strength this time, and then again his captain effect is the same, except instead of boosting Int, it's boosting Strength instead, and then his special ability is exact same, except that instead of boosting Int with the attack boost, it's boosting Strength with the attack boost. But that's like basically it. He does have Rumble status, so you can actually go ahead and use him in Pirate Rumble, and he does actually have a boost of being only at 20 cost during Pirate Rumble, so it enables you to chuck him on your team a little bit easier. As for his abilities, if the enemy has 2 or more characters more than your team, strengthened characters get leveled to attack, and then every time he blows away a character, he gets up to 3 times of attack level 6. That's pretty interesting, actually. And then his special ability is a health cut, and then strength and Int characters will get blowaway percentage up, which obviously gives him a little bit more of a boost with his passive. And then if there's 2 or more enemies more than your team, you'll actually do some fixed damage as well. So when it's maxed out, I mean, he's not amazing to have, but the fact that he's such low cost is actually kind of good, because once you max him out, max out his limit break, rainbow him, candy him, if you're going to do that, he's going to have pretty good stats for a 20 cost unit, so that's something to look out for. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for the intro. Let's go ahead and get into the video talking about Clash and Ambush Kaido. Alright, getting into the swing of things, first of all we have the first team, which is going to be the Mihawk and Perona team. This team actually worked really well, just as long as you switch and activate the right specials at the right time, as goes with many different teams, of course. But Mihawk and Perona, they do so much damage on the final stage of the ambush quest. I think it does like over 50 million damage on the final stage of the ambush. Is crazy. But either way, the thing that you have to know about this particular clash is here on stage 3, there's a brand new debuff that gets applied here called the stun debuff. On the side, I've listed it as the dizzy mechanic, but it's officially dubbed as stun. Now, what this means is you can see the bottom row characters have like a new debuff on top of them, and in order to get rid of it, you have to take damage at least once. And I believe when you are inflicted with that debuff, you do take additional damage. So that's pretty annoying, right? It's a very, very annoying debuff because there is no mechanic or no ability in the game that can actually remove it, and it's literally permanently on the characters until you take damage. So it's super weird. I don't really understand why they went out of their way to apply new debuffs specifically for this fight, but they've done it. At least it's not too difficult to get around this time around, but I think, later on down the line in future content when stuff gets really difficult, that could be kind of annoying to deal with. But as I said, in this particular content, it's not too bad. This Jack here is ridiculous because when you actually kill him off, when you do it, because he actually has resilience and a % damage reduction for 5 turns, so that's kind of annoying. But if you have this raid CP9 unit, it's actually pretty easy. But when you actually kill Jack, he's going to completely blow away your captain permanently. It's absolutely absurd. So you literally need a character that can get around that, either like to block, blow away, or to have a captain that will switch into your captain position. But that raid CP9 unit is literally perfect because he removes both of the debuffs of resilience and % damage reduction, and then he also switches into your captain position. Literally a perfect character. So that's why I said in the start of this video that if you haven't farmed some of the previous month's content, then you will find this raid particularly difficult. But either way, I do have a couple of different teams where some of those units are not used, but there's different combinations of characters. But typically, you know, Dogstorm, the Colosseum Dogstorm is so good because he removes damage threshold, he removes despair, he does a little bit of damage, he also is a 2x attack booster for strength. Like, Colosseum Dogstorm is just absolutely insane in this event. So if you have him max, you're going to find it a lot easier, that's for sure. And then that raid CP9 unit is also really good. A character that I also use in a couple of different teams here is the Smoothie Rare Recruit, the Strength Smoothie Rare Recruit, who came out during Global's 4th anniversary. She's actually really good because she removes burn, she removes despair, she gives you adjacent orbs matching, she actually heals a little bit as well. I think she heals 5,000, and she has double special activation, so that's pretty awesome that you'll be able to utilize stuff like that, because the ambush quest right here is actually relatively difficult. The main thing about it is, and why it is so difficult, is you just get hit with a bunch of health cuts over and over again, and the enemies do a pretty decent amount of damage. So, like, by the time you reach the final stage, your health is very, very low. So if you have characters that, you know, require you to be at low HP, they actually might not be terrible options for this particular event. Though, something you have to note, though, is on the final stage, you can only use 2 specials per turn, so you're very, very restricted on that final stage. And also on the final stage of both the raid and the ambush is you are not allowed to use an orb boosting effect. So that's why Snake Man is so good, because you can use him on stage 4, get an orb boost on that stage, and then carry it into the following turn, because again, on stage 5 of the ambush and stage 5 of the raid, they actually do not remove beneficial effects, unless if you activate an orb boost in that turn. So, you know, you can do whatever you want to carry boosts into multiple stages. At least they give you a little bit of leeway with that. But with this Mihawk and Perona team, we actually got through it first time, no problems whatsoever. The final team in this video is Douglas Bullet, also no problems whatsoever. The team that comes up second, I actually died a couple of times because I was kind of trying to figure it out how it actually was going to work, but eventually got it to work. But it actually does get the job done, and if you have the applicable characters, I probably would suggest it. But either way, as I said, it's a really, really difficult clash, and I would say don't be disheartened if you cannot clear it, because it is one of the more difficult clashes in the game. So if your strength units are really lacking, then yeah, you are going to definitely struggle in this clash event. I'm not going to be talking throughout the whole duration of this video because it goes for like nearly 20 minutes or 20 minutes, give or take, with these 3 different teams, and it's going to take a long time to clear, because one of the things that JP had that Global didn't have when this raid actually came out is that JP had the Burning Merry ship, where it gave you -5 cooldown at the start of the quest. Global doesn't have that this time around. Though, I think, I don't know how long KAIDO is going to be here for, but I think it's already been confirmed that we're going to be getting the max special ship very soon. So if you have that, you could potentially save KAIDO for when we get the max special ship. That might be something that you might want to do. I don't know if it's going to be good, because we might need KAIDO for upcoming content, but I don't really see the character as being like a dedicated unit you have to use. But yeah, it is what it is. You don't really have to go out of your way to max him like on day 1, like what I'm likely going to do, but either way, that's it. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of this video utilizing the Mihawk and Perona team right here, finishing this one off. The secondary team is utilizing Franky as a captain and a friend captain Bullet, and the main reason why I use Franky in this quest is because you can use his captain action against the Jack stage on the raid, where you can just block the blow away, and then on the final stage of the ambush quest, you can use his captain action to allow your strength characters to do AoE damage to kill off some of the surrounding mobs. Really, really good event to use Franky for. And then, as I said, the final team is going to be a double Douglas Bullet team, which worked very effectively. and might be my farming team. I still haven't really determined which one is going to be my overall farming team, but I think that the double Douglas bullet team is definitely on my radar. So there's going to be timestamps in the video timeline or in the description to have a look at each of these teams, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
虫になってんじゃね